We're going to focus here on the build moment and a build concept. So something that we want to collectively all adhere to. So the concept we're going to focus here is on the more they press, so the more intense they are, the more numbers they throw at us, the more we want to play forward. So again, the more they press, the more intense it is, the more we want to play vertical and play forward. Less sideways passes because that plays into their desire. So a couple clips to kind of give us a visual. What does that mean? So again, against Concordia, very aggressive pressing team. Their goal is to score goals off of our mistakes. So they're just running. I mean, it's somewhat organized, but it's not. It's just really aggressive, and they try to make us make mistakes. They really press the ball, and then that forward pass is what's going to break their hearts. So again, if Zoe was playing the ball back wide, then that press is able to jump on. But again, Zoe's able to take a touch. They come flying at her, and we have a 2v1 in the middle of the field. So in this case, they played a 4-1-3-2. Two strikers press. We've got a 2v1 in the middle of the field. She takes a touch, and we play forward, and we play vertical under high pressure. So well done to Zoe here finding that, and then we're able to go from there. So again, they became aggressive, played forward. Another one, an important part of this is also looking forward as well. So as the press jumps to us, are we finding that higher pass? So again, the center back, and if you freeze here and you count the amount of players that they've committed to stopping us building out, there are 6 players. There's a line of 4 and 2 strikers. So what does that tell us about what's behind the ball? There are 5 players behind the ball. And if you include the goalkeeper, they're only leaving 4 back to defend us. So given this, they've committed 6. We want to look forward and vertical. So again, center back's able to find a good ball out. Now look at the numbers versus what it was. So we played past those 6 players. Now we've got a little bit more room. There's room in front of this player to come back and receive the ball with their back to goal. There's room for us to settle it and dribble forward. And we broke 6 players. So again, this is that math. That's the more intense, the more numbers they throw at us, the more vertical. And I'm also going to highlight the space. You can see the referee. He is in an acre of space. Again, they've pressed with 6. They don't really draw their back line high and aggressive. So again, there's going to be space in front of the back line. And our center back is able to play a good ball into that space. So then we're able to get forward and play. So excellent example of that and being able to play forward. This one from St. Scholastica. I think the quality in this one comes from our goalkeeper looking high and skipping lines. But the concept is the same for everybody in this build moment. So we're attracting, they're coming closer. We're trying to find the right time to find a player facing forward who can break. So again, they're really tight. We keep being patient. So there's some quality here. And even here, we got a ball plays back into that pressure, keep attracting them into that space. And now as our ball travels to our goalkeeper, can we start to look and see where that vertical space is? She's able to do that under the face of a pretty high press here. She plays forward into that space, and now we've broken a good 5 players. We're going to be able to set the ball out to a wide player who's able to face forward. And then in our style of play and our identity, this is where we shift from build, because we're looking to create this opportunity, to attack. So then we speed the game up and accelerate the pace of the game from here. So again, a really good moment, but it really comes from this pass. So they're really aggressive. They're bearing down. Our goalkeeper's job is not to play another sideways pass. Can she get vertical, skip lines, and find that higher player? So an excellent pass from that perspective. Another example, and we'll talk about this a lot, is because we face a lot of high presses, and a lot of them are man-to-man or player-to-player marking. They're going to mark us everywhere. They're going to go 1v1 all over the field. Part of that, to solve it, is to play past the man marking. So play past the man markers in that midfield line and then win the race to support. In this case, it's Maya Cruz, does a fantastic job. So Zoe's on the ball, center back's on the ball, looking forward, man marking tight on the first line. So that the line closest to the ball is marked out, really tight. We don't want to play people into that. Again, aggressive press, we play forward. We release the ball forward, and then Maya wins her foot race to pick this ball up, and now we're able to play. And again, because it's man-oriented and they wanted to play, the marker followed our attacking mid back in. As soon as she released it, we have a 2v1 against her, and we're past her, and we're off and attacking. So a really good example of this idea of playing vertical because the pressure's high, but we want to play past the man markers into higher players and then win the race to support. Big important part of our game is being able to support the ball when it's played past you. And in this case, our center mid, Maya, does a fantastic job of this. The last one I'm going to give you is from a 2022 season. And similar concept. We're playing short. Their two strikers are bearing down on us. Our goalkeeper's role or any of our role would not be able to, we don't want you to try to force the game into the width. They're trying to cut that out anyways, but can we play forward and play vertical? Cool, calm, composed pass. Similar case here. They're going to release two players to press. Not really organized, right? But what are we able to do? We can't play wide, so we are now going to play vertical again. So another aggressive press, we play forward. And the thing I like about this is that pass isn't necessarily, it's probably for the player underneath. We miss it a bit, but it makes it out to our wing back. But because of that vertical central play, their shape is all over the place. We've got the width to win. And to be honest, this was a move that deserved a goal. We get the cut back, and our striker needs to just bury that. But again, watch. It all starts, press, runs real aggressive, forward. She's able to turn, really aggressive, forward again. And now we're able to set the ball to players facing forward. And the idea is, this is, again, as an example, we are now into the attack. When our right wing back gets on the ball, you freeze this, we've got a pretty favorable number situation. And obviously the pass into space, we're able to play into big spaces and be aggressive and get ourselves to the end line. So hopefully that helps. And again, we'll be able to keep sharing examples, and we're going to see it again is we need to always look far and be aggressive. And when we're under high pressure, we can play that vertical ball, and then we accelerate the pace of our game. If the opposition decides not to, and they're more of a low pressure and they're sitting off, then we have to attract. But most of the teams that we play are going to press us immediately. So we're looking vertical as early and as often as we can.